Hey, y'all. Situate a little bit. Let me see. Like a fool. Why is it acting stupid? Oh my goodness, it's going so slow. Why is it going so slow? Hey, y'all. Give me a like when y'all come in. Oh, no, it's going to start that again. Why is it going so slow? Hey, y'all. Give me a like when y'all come in. Oh, no, it's going to start that again. Why is it going so slow? Hey, y'all. Give me a like when y'all come in. Okay. Come on, Prince. Yeah. Or would it not be available? Evilness is lurking. But that's okay. It can do what it do. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? It's your girl Ruth. Kinda look like my hair up here too, don't it? Scorpio Cancer. The mothers. Um, I was thinking, I said non-mafia mom. But the way that they run their household, I like. I was on my way there. And I know some strict Scorpios and some strict Cancers. Strict meaning, um, okay, I like the old way of this. I met a guy a long time ago, and his family was still like this. Okay, um, how can I explain it? It was a real family unit, okay? Not no bullshit. With laws in it, as well as punishment, okay? Uh, Mom and dad agreeing. I guess we all want that, but mom and dad agreeing, knowing who to pick for your child, your the man, to be over your children. And that takes like I said, I was going to get married to this guy. We probably would have had a unit like this if people wouldn't have interrupted it. Um, you never know a person's darkest anything, but as you're dating, you're putting on the table with you, how would you like your family unit to run? If your family, your personal family unit is not run like that with your mom and dad, how would you run your household? You know what I'm saying? So I would have loved to run mine. Me and my husband on the same accord, having meetings with before we had children of our strategy, you know, um, what lifestyle we want, what type of money we want, what type of jobs we're going into, you know, the whole 9 yards. Also, before that, I remember my mom told me before they could marry anybody back in the day, you had to go by the bloodline. You had to go by taking a blood test, right? And if that person's compatible with you, they stopped all of that. But that's very important because if y'all checked out the blood, um, a blood type, some blood types don't belong together. Okay, some are dominating, and then you got the negative that can cause for something to happen to your children if you're positive and they're negative. You know what I'm saying? So it's things you got to consider that they took off the table when you getting ready to pick your mate. You know, my mom and them told me they used to do that back in the day. And then it also can tell the bloodline diseases and issues of the family as well. So you remember, you're transferring blood with that partner and also the kids that you're going to have, right? So when people don't realize, when you come together with a mate, you get everything that his family has. It's on you. That's why it's very important that we shouldn't have been messing around with more than one person. But you get, not only the demon thing you say or whatever, if they're that type of person. Everybody ain't like that. You can give yourself, God, good morning. Don't tell a grown person what to do. And I don't smoke Newports. That's not real anyway. That's definitely programmed by the government. Anyway, so when you come with a partner, you need to know their bloodline. You need to know about their family, the good things and the bad and the dark secrets, because your children is gonna have that, right? And then going in you know what I'm saying? You're taking their demons as well as their angels, so to speak, okay? And the kids. So that's very important. I think that's what they was headed to back in the day. Now some of them got on the kick of dad wanted to make sure that his daughter was going to be able to live a lifestyle that he had provided, or a better lifestyle. I understand that as well. And that makes sense. Um, so somebody coming into your life, your personal life, I think it's time for us to really dig deep. Looks all this shit out the window. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it helps, but not the major thing. You know what I'm saying? Where is the heart at? What is the bloodline saying? Because if y'all in the childbearing ages, I'm done with that, so I ain't got to worry about that part. But I have to worry about what's going in. What does that person have inside of them that, okay, for instance, say somebody's after that family. Say they some criminals, okay? And people want to fuck them up. You get with that person and guess what? You become a target too. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. Stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Um, um, so when you get your family unit, I wanted, that's how I wanted to run. Me and my friend wanted to run our house. Um, okay. Both of us know each other's background. We know each other's history. We know the good and bad about each family, okay? And we was building our bond together. That's what you do. You build your bond together, right? The disease, you need to know what type of diseases, blood pressure, high blood pressure, heart attack, a sickle cell. Because if your family has sickle cell and they family have sickle cell, your child gonna have full blown sickle cell. Okay. And also sometimes if you have a trait, your partner have a trait, your child have full blown sickle cell trait. You know what I'm saying? So things you got to consider. Okay, not only that part of the relationship, not only like I say, if they're wanted. Okay, say for instance they bloodline got cursed by witches or something, or they did it, whatever the deal is, or yours. You know what I'm saying? It's time to dig deep. I know it's like, damn, we're going through all this shit, blah blah blah. But I think it's more important right now because you don't want anybody in your circle that's have all that shit behind them. You know what I'm saying? And running from the law and all that kind of stuff. Okay, family unit. Once you get your family unit, y'all done established that, okay, this is a partner for me. Their bloodline, they have been breaking generational curses. They know about all that. Yours have been doing the same thing. Well, y'all decided to do it together and y'all get together and break the generational curses of your bloodline. Okay. Grand Rising, whisper for what? Okay, so y'all working on that. Y'all have a special thing, you have your altars together, you know what I'm saying? You have y'all protection, you're doing whatever y'all can do, because family come against you as well, blah blah blah. Okay. Now, the next thing is the meetings, okay, breaking it down to your children. What's going on? This how the family unit go. Respect your siblings, your sisters and brothers. There's no reason to be jealous. Don't treat any one of them differently. Each one of them is unique. You know what I'm saying? Have their own gifts, their own ways. Don't compare them, each one of them to each other. If one make A's, that don't mean the other one's dumb. You know what I'm saying? Really get off into this. Don't have that other one trying to be the other sibling. That's gonna cause a lot of strife. Okay, once you parents got yourself got yourself on that, well, you have a boy, you have a girl, okay, both of y'all need it in both of them life, but the dad is going to teach him how to be a man as he's a man and he's teaching himself more and more, so you're going to teach him the ways of the households with the importance of generational curses, the importance of protection, importance of ancestors, stuff like that. So you're breaking all that down to your kids, stuff like that. Um, and someone coming in to the family, you have to be very careful who your child plays with. You know what I'm saying? The parents, for so many reasons, you need to meet them, you need to know them, you need to watch them. Um, because you don't want to bring out none of that negativity in your family. You don't know what the jealousy the person might have, and whatever the deal is. Sometimes a child can come from a bad family. We all know that, and the child not be that way. Um, Figuring out how you're gonna deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Still playing with your child. Noticing the jealousy, the whole 9 yards. For as a family, do y'all get along with the family? All that kind of stuff. So they kind of cut it all out, I think, because of, I'm not saying anything wrong with the school, but I think you should all also school your children at home. That's my opinion. I wish I would have done that. Because they're around a lot of kids and it's a lot of jealousy, it's a lot of mess. A lot of kids have a lot of issues at home. Already got Cabbage Patch Kids, we got clones, we got all kind of shit in the schoolhouse. We got shape shifting, we got the teachers. Hey, endless. Um, so that makes you not be able to see who your child is around. You know what I'm saying? And causing an issue, and they come back with whatever from jumping on them at that house, at that school, bringing it home and causing an attitude with you. And once you have your child, you have it in the hospital, the state owns it. Once they go to school, the state owns it. You don't own your child anymore. Read the laws. This how they think, and this is what they do. Okay, so your family unit. I think it's time for us to get our family units together. You know what I'm saying? Mines are grown. You know, may or may not be too late. I don't know. I have grandbabies. but teaching them always to protect themselves. Different things. I said it first. Okay, who to bring who home, who to not bring home. No family secrets should be told. Um, and making sure those secrets are not deadly secrets. And that's another thing of what you're gonna do with the family who is promiscuous or whatever you call that name, or who's um, doing something bad to the family. How are y'all gonna handle that? Because that's family, okay? Now, my thing is the law, the police, those are foreigners to me, okay? Um, Family should handle family business. That's why I say mafia. Mafia handle their own business. Okay. Um, Rivalry, uh, causing witchcraft on their family members, sickness, sickness on their family members, some even death. How the family gonna handle that? Okay, say, you know what I'm saying? For his witchcraft, for his, sometimes it's like a attack. The law get involved. Okay, they don't always know about the witchcraft unless somebody tell them about it. How the family going to handle that? That should be in place as well. What are you going to do to that family member in order for them to learn their lessons? Because remember, the Creator don't want us all to end up letting the evil ones take control of everybody. Okay, remember that. They do not want that to happen. Okay, that's why it's giving us so much chance. You wonder why people still doing whatever, giving them a chance to change, you know. So that should be put in place. What is going to happen to the family member that does something to another family member? And when I like how they got it where, like I say about the dad wanting his child to have the best, and be in that family that has the best, to pull the family as a unit. Because once you get with somebody else, that family automatically is a unit. Especially if you married Shaq and True, but the bond of the marriage. But any bond is going to make that person's stuff, like I said, is automatically going to come to you, especially when you have kids. So how are you going to deal with, if you haven't, a lot of us didn't know none of this stuff. So we have bad in-laws, bad mother-in-laws, because we don't know their bloodline. How you doing, Mr. Lightning? We don't know their bloodline. You know what I'm saying? Um, so not taking the time to do that, and then you jumping into it, and you got a lot of hate. Then they come at you with witchcraft. You know what I'm saying? And they beginning to size your family up. I had some friends that were picky on my kids. I like that one more than I do the other one. And I noticed when I work in daycares, they do that too. They and school, the teacher's pet and all that. They want to shun one sibling and oh, you're welcome. And like the other. Then that becomes a problem in your household. It's all according to how you have your household run. When they, outside gonna treat them the outside. But when they come back home, both of them know that they're loved, and it's not a separation. That's very important. Both of them know that they're important. One has different gifts than the other one. That's it. You know what I'm saying? But I had some friends, I had to stop them in their tracks of doing that. No, you're not finna compare. You're not finna put that one down and put the other one up. You're not finna do my kids like that. That's why I left a lot of my friends alone. Because they was beginning to do that, you know. And people tend to do that. Family does that, And I had to shoot family down. You know what I'm saying? So that's why a lot of mad, because that's the way I feel. Don't do that. Everybody's important. Everybody's beautiful to me. Everybody's handsome to me. I don't care. I don't do that. I didn't do their kids like that. I grew their kids up. I don't think you should do my kids like that. Now, if your kid, I'm raising your child, and your child is keep on being out of hand because they don't know how to handle their generational curses from you and your bloodline, and it's interrupting mine. I'm tell them about it, check theyself, give them a chance to change it. And if they don't, and I still have to run behind you more than I do my own child, I got to send them back home. And I hate to send them back in that thing, but it's up to them from that point to catch themselves and start noticing their family's generational curses. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, stuff like that. That's what I mean by the non-mafia mom. And I think Scorpio and Cancer, put throw it in Capricorn. Libra also would have been is also good for the well, whoever. It don't even matter about the signs, but just really what's important, how you want not running your child. Make sure they gifts, what their talents are, all of that kind of stuff. And we already know that if you decide for them to go to college, how that's going to go when they get out, so they won't be disappointed. The things to put in place to make sure they get a job, or you got a company, or you keep on striving, you keep on learning, you don't stop. You know what I'm saying? You make connections, you know, and have them make connections, talk to their counselor, you know what I'm saying? Different stuff like that. Even in high school, I'd have thought about it. Because we had a program in high school, I don't know if they still do, where you can work off campus. You can go to class half a day and go to work. So I jumped in there. Um, you know, I mean, even really participating in school, getting to know their teachers, getting the whole monitoring everybody. I told you about the assistant principal was looking at the naked pictures of a student that another student brought to him. Really getting off into knowing these people that you're dealing with if you're gonna keep them in school. And I know the work schedule. I know uh, how everything's going. Like I say, especially now, it's crazy. It might get a little better, but really now to pay attention to in your circle. You know what I'm saying? Handlers coming along to fuck up the family even more, to steal from them. You know what I'm saying? Neighbors. What neighbor you can count on? What neighbor you can't count on? You know what I'm saying? Which one of them you could eat from? You know what I'm saying? If you don't have no rice or whatever, or they have cooked rice, whatever the deal is, can you trust them to cook your food for you? Have you been watching them the whole time? You know what I'm saying? Paying attention, because a lot of people do not pay attention to their neighbors anymore. Everybody go in their house and close their door. The kids play together, and you might have a couple of them around, but if push came to shove and y'all had to eat together and help each other, can you trust that person to give you some food? Yeah, things might be hard. You might be saying, well, they ain't gonna try nothing, everything hard. Who knows? They might have been waiting for this point. Kill your ass. You know what I'm saying? I pause you, make you sick, whatever the deal is. Are they putting blood in the food? Do you know what type of person they are? Like witchcraft behind your back. Black magic, you know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, that's what this kind of talking about. I know it's extreme, but I think it's vital and necessary right now. Okay. So yeah. Um, yeah, figuring out what you're gonna do with the kids, siblings that hurt each other. What's going to be the rules for that? Um, and if they do something out, they go to something out of your jurisdiction, steal out of store, whatever, that's when the law becomes involved here, right? Because they stole from something that wasn't family member, right? So that could be crucial for them, you know. Um, Even important, I even read that it's important to live on your family land, your ancestors, where they, when they from, in order for them to really take care of you too. I know this sounds far-fetched, but just some ideas I'm throwing at y'all. You don't have to do none of this at all, but maybe some of them, some of the things. Um, yeah, counselors, meetings, talk about the issues in the family. I started my kids off doing that. The issues in the family, how this person feel about this person. And I got swayed by work and bills and no help from the fathers, and throw me off a whole lot. And that messed up a lot. because I was on that path. And people start getting in and whispering in the ears and disrupting my family, which I'm still pissed off about. But most of them got theirs. But anyway, all right, that was my little Let me see. Consequence, consequences of betraying a family member, betraying blood. How his family going to deal with it? Okay. Um, your husband's side, your side. You know. All right. Let's see what's happening. Cancer, Scorpio. Hold on, y'all. Let me turn that down. So that's my little pet peeve, but not little. Consider now how your family gonna be run. Teaching your kids different emergency situations. CPR, all of that kind of stuff. Yeah. So, how do y'all feel about that? And people come against your family. How do you feel about that? That the law, since if they're not kin, you know what I'm saying? Because I was thinking, I just flashed in my mind about when Jacob was in a foreign land and the man raped his daughter, and the man wanted to marry the daughter after he raped her against her will, and Jacobs was agreeing with that. Do y'all agree with that? And the brothers, Reuben and the other ones, they didn't agree with that. So they when Jacob was telling, they wanted to make a bond to be with the blessed people. So they decided to get circumcised. And that's when the brothers, when they were weak after being circumcised, that's when the brothers took flight and killed them all. I mean, I'm just making a statement, you know what I'm saying? But Dad was considering letting his daughter marry her rapist, and that wasn't cool, right? So yeah. Let me see. Let me go through. Because I think right now everybody's going to be busy. Why is it not ringing? Hold on, y'all. Let me check on my grandson. Hold on, y'all. I gotta go check on my grandson right quick. Hold on, y'all. I gotta go check on my grandson right quick. Sorry about that. And I want to say, most young people, if you're starting out, to really consider what I said at first. Your partner you're picking. If they have kids already, do you really want to be bothered with that? How young is the child? Considering I say they're people, check them out. Um, if you are considering if they have a child that's older or younger, I mean, just really check out who you're dating. If they're in love with somebody else, if they're talking about another partner all the time, don't think that you can change their mind. Why would you want somebody that's in love with somebody else or care about somebody else? You come first, right? In the situation. A lot of things to consider, like I say, dating. My all three of my baby's dads. Hello, Dion and Segma. Hey, I was the first one to have a child for them, so I didn't have to worry about a baby mama till later on. Well, um, no, take that. The last one, no, I did not. He had a daughter, but she was well in age. She was like, the mom had moved out of town. She was like 10 or something like that. And we had been knowing each other since we were 16. So, consider things like that and not to get caught up in the karmic issue. You know what I'm saying? The baby mama drama, um, the baby daddy drama. She has a whole lot of kids. If she's stealing, you need to really pay attention if how old the kids are, if the dad's involved, regardless of what she's saying. Maybe even I would even go as far as to talk to the baby's dad. Whether he's gonna say something good or bad about it. I would. And also, side note on who your partner is talking to if y'all have kids together. You need to know what type of partner that your ex is dating for your kids' sake. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I would do that. Young people who are considering, a family, are y'all values the same? Do you want somebody with no kids? Kids? Are you plan on having kids? Check out the bloodline, good or bad of it. You know what I'm saying? Just really get off into, because this your future you playing with. You know what I'm saying? And do you want drama? That kind of drama. You know, um, their lifespan as well. Do they live? Do they bloodline live a long time? You know, yours. I mean, checking out. First, start off with yours. You know what I'm saying? That's important for a whole lot of reasons. Why they died. What can you do to not to prevent going out the same way? Because my mom's dad, my grandma, her moms, they lived a long time, but my grandma, she kind of gave up. But my dad's side, all of them, him and his siblings died at 91. So my mama made it to 96. She would have made it farther, but we ain't gonna go into that. But things to consider. What took them out? You know, um, family rivalry, witchcraft, magic. All that kind of shit. It's a lot of, do they mess with magic? Do you mess with magic? Do you want that in your life? But you have to protect yourself because it's real. Because everything is magic. I say, for example, oh, there's this and that, I believe. But when you eat your food, you can't see where that food going and go, what parts of the body go to make nourishment and vitamins and all of that kind of stuff. How your body know that it needs it in this part, that part. You can't see it. That's my example of magic. But anyway, to make a better generation, I think you have to be very strict on who comes in your circle. You know what I'm saying? They have to earn that. They have to earn being in your circle. I don't give a damn. Your bloodline of family, they were prostitutes, whores, pimps, whatever, whatever, whatever. You get somebody, y'all both get together, y'all telling each other's troubles, but you not like that. You know what I'm saying? If they accept you or not or whatever, is somebody going to whisper in that person's ear? Family members, people that's jealous or whatever and try to discredit you anyway. Because if they have a chance to whisper in his ear and he don't ask my neighbor type of thing, if he takes their issue and treats you in that type of way and you feel like you have to prove to him that you not, no you don't. Fuck that. He needs to go or she needs to go. No, you ain't got to prove shit to nobody. Not a damn thing. If they don't take your word for it and they see how you are, you know what I'm saying? How you treated them and you told them your record, you know what I'm saying? Y'all both sharing each other secrets and lives and shit. And they listening to other people about how you are and judging you and want to treat you some type of way. You need to let that person go. Ain't shit you can prove to them till it's too late and they figured out that you're not like that. Well, after they done beat your ass down or whatever the deal is, I mean, you fuck. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You done wasted all that damn time. Really consider a lot of shit before you get into a relationship. You need to first look at your family line. Really get off and find about your secrets of the family. Because you don't want to have nobody come in there and your family fuck. You got a sister that can't stand you. You got a brother that can't stand you. They try to make sure every relationship you get into be fucked. Make sure your money fucked. You know what I'm saying? They doing witchcraft in the closet or whatever. You should notice your sibling growing up. Who doing what? You know, some of them have you food, and some might have me food, but I figured out who was doing what. You know what I'm saying? Who was doing stuff to me in my life. Didn't want to face it, but you feel it. You know it. How to protect yourself, that would be the next thing. You know, so when your partner come in, say they love to have sex, they might try to corner your partner. You know who, what, when, and where. Also on their side, they got family members that'll do that. Y'all really consider what's really going on. Do not go by looks, the shape. I mean, it's nice to have, but all of that could be deadly as fuck to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying get nobody ugly, but y'all know what I'm talking about. And hey, ugly is in the beauty of the beholder. Well, however you say that. I didn't go on looks. I had some good looking guys, true. I had some nice, classy guys, body wise. Certain things I like, you know. But I wish I would have considered more of a family type person. After I got swayed from that, I did. But, by my family not doing that, it threw me out. And it left with my mama babies. That's another thing, considering mama's babies. You know what I'm saying? And they going to want to be spoiled. They going to want certain things. They might be gold diggers, might want you to work your ass, like Michael Jackson say, work your ass to death to please them. You shouldn't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't have to be the only one giving. Y'all should be on the same accord. 100, 100. 1,000, 1,000. You know? Just considering those things. I remember I had my car and I'm with the kids, my van, and I'm driving the kids around, but you don't want to make sure my vehicle is running perfectly. Because I got the kids. Not saying I don't want his to run raggedy, but you know what I'm saying? Certain things you look for in a person, if you considering that person to be your partner. That's why you got some people is picky. And don't be so quick to jump in the bed. Just because they good in the bed don't mean they good. And you done got all this shit in you. This is some things to consider. Thought I'd talk about that. For those who want to hear, making a brand new generation. You want to build an empire. How you and your unit. If you're doing it by yourself, fantastic. You ain't got to worry about all that. But if you got a partner, are y'all on the same accord? Who's both of y'all running it? Who expertise in this? Who expertise in that? Do it go together? How you put your kids in it? but not making them, still having their gifts and their goals. But, this is the family business. You can get your money to open up whatever you want to open up, blah, 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 stuff like that. Like the man that was a dentist, he wanted all his kids to be in the medical field. No, I'm not saying that. Not running them. I like the way the Chinese do. They open up things, but they also threaten their kids too. And the kids work there and they get the experience and they have to go to college or whatever. But some of them make them get in the same fields. A certain small percentage do not. And then they like to control different stuff. You don't want to control your kids. You know what I'm saying? You want to be free spirits. Speak their mind. That's why you had the meetings, with family. Okay. Then with a Leo, somebody happy today. Sunny day. Okay, exposure. Having fun, being happy. I don't know where you at. If you're on the beach somewhere, the sun is shining, we cold over here. Let's see. Something being exposed. Okay. Be a good thing. Okay. Okay. Maybe somebody's sitting out in the sun, getting ideas, doing exercise. Woke up this morning. Somebody else woke up. Another Scorpio thing reading I did. Woke up doing the exercise. Hangman reverse. Now this could be go all kind of ways. Back in the day, hangman was also sacrifice, surrender. Okay, that's Leo sacrificing. It could be maybe a partner's a Leo. Okay, let's see, whatever. Hope this ain't gonna be negative, y'all. But it is what it is. Okay, we got the star. We got Aquarius coming in here. Okay, we got Pisces. I think that's Pisces hangman. It's Pisces. I ain't make sure. What zodiac sign is the hangman in tarot? Pisces, yeah. So Pisces is jail time, mental health. Pisces has everybody in the chart, the chameleon. They can be anybody they want to be. We got the sacrifice. We got surrender. We got the jailhouse. We got life in prison. The whole thing, okay. So a star child, Aquarius energy. Somebody's telling. Somebody says somebody's a rat. It says lights out. I don't know if y'all having issues with these storms. Lights being out. Could be a tragedy. Because see, lights was on, right? Now lights out. It's not a tower here, but it says not healing, secret society. Somebody could be a bitch. Being cold. It's not healing. Could be something dealing with your head, feet. Not healing. It says out of time. Said mad scientist. Maybe going to a doctor like an herbalist or something like that for healing, not your traditional healing. Could be healing yourself. Certain things you might do to heal yourself. Somebody could be having surgery. It also says street use, despair, no focus. Okay, foreigner. Could be out of town, maybe another country. Selfish, not helping others, or can't help others. Okay. Oh, okay, hold on, y'all. Let me tell my daughter, okay. I'm back. Okay. So, yeah. Okay. Leo, Pisces, Aquarius, opposite Leo. Could have that in your chart. So what's going on with that? Egoism also. Stagnant, stalling. King of Wands, fire sign again. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, watching. Now, somebody could be a star child, also a sun child. Water puts fire out. Finding some way, okay. Repeating patterns. King of Wands, power driven. Okay. So yes. So somebody's paying attention to what somebody's doing. Okay. You being all happy and enlightened and beautiful day and, you know, like I talked about before, being free and feeling free or whatever. And somebody's watching. They could be watching, like I say about pick that mate. You could be watching to see if that's the right person for you. Are they intuitive? Or, you know, who are they? What are their bloodline? What, you know, who went to jail? Who was crooked? Who was whatever, like I was saying earlier. You know, this King of Wands could be very selective, but this a single man, okay, who is worthy to come into their kingdom, you know. Are they going to bring the happiness because I'm happy? Are they going to bring more happiness into the relationship? Or are they going to bring drama? You know what I'm saying? Want to appreciate me shining, being a star that I am. Want to appreciate that, try to bring me down. You know, are they going to bring me issues? This could be that as well, right? Okay, yeah, bring me drama. King of Pentacles. Am I always going to give? Are they a giving type person? Are they not? You know what I'm saying? Capricorn energy. Capricorn work ethic. You know what I'm saying? What are their hopes? What are their dreams? You know what I'm saying? Like I say, are they toxic? You know, how's their bloodline? You know, are they codependent? You know, they want to see me every 5 minutes. Where I'm going, what you doing? Okay, this could be an ex or um, you have to X them out. You have to let them go. Do I want to consider somebody I grew up with or not grew up with? Okay. Capricorn opposite Cancer. I don't know if you have an Aquarius, you might feel less toxic. Um, or maybe somebody was happy and everything, you know, was cool, and then all of a sudden they either turned dark or something happened. They got out of jail or from a sickness or somebody changed and they got toxic. Maybe you're looking at that too. What happened to them? You know. Five of Wands reverse. Failed magic, way out. Avoiding a fight, arguing, solving the issue. Wanting to keep the peace anyway. Finish meetings, so secret meetings. Okay. So if a person is in a state and you see you somebody might be looking like shit. I think somebody put something on this person to make them, because they was happy and everything, and then all of a sudden, you know, they act in a different type of way. Okay. Yeah, somebody just paying attention. Or paying attention to their people in their family. You know what I'm saying? We got Queen of Pentacles reversed. Not grounded. Because, you know, you got the hangman. He hanging on here. So, he's not touching the ground. But he is touching the wood. He's touching the tree. Hugging a tree. But feet chakra. The feet chakra. How important is the feet chakra? How important is the feet chakra? Our feet are incredible. Not only do they contain many acupressure points through meridian channels and a hologram of the whole body, as seen through reflectology. They also relate to the major chakras. Most of us are aware these major chakras connect to the spine, but they also connect to the chakras in the feet. The chakras on our feet allow direct messaging with the earth star chakra. So here you go, earth star chakra. Yeah, that's what it's called. I meant to put that down. I was trying to figure out what they were. Earth star chakra. I did videos on this in the past. Okay. The chakras on our feet allow direct messaging with the earth star chakra to communicate directly with the major chakras via channels in the legs. They help us simulate energy from the earth by acting as transformers to regulate the energy from the earth into our light bodies. One of the main functions of the feet chakras is to discharge excess energy that has been accumulated in the major chakras each day by sending it into the ground barefooted. Yeah, stay grounded. We got these earth signs. Those are grounding. When the feet and the rest of the body is in harmony, there's a constant connection between our energies and the earth energy grids via our feet chakras, the energy from Mother Nature. Okay, so somebody's noticing. It could be a child. Could be noticing your child acting erratic. Maybe they don't go barefooted. They hug a tree. Maybe eating the wrong foods. Um, you know, something that could be wrong. Instead of medication, it's just a matter of tweaking, getting the chakras aligned. Will make a person be acceptable to bullshit and toxicity by chakras unaligned. And we know that for a fact, especially if your third eye. But the feet chakra and the third eye is the two most, and the heart chakra, the three most important ones, and the crown chakra. Four. Um, That could be that as well for the healing. I don't know, somebody's a doctor and studying in school for this, or you just yourself studying it. You don't have to go to no school. You seeing something that's out of order if it's within yourself. Okay, making you greedy, making you, just be selfish and jealous. Things are not aligned in the body properly. Okay, or someone's doing that to you. But if you had the protection, around you, spiritual baths, uh, ancestor altars, keeping your floors clean, all that kind of stuff. with using different herbs, lavender, different things, bathing, incense crystals, all to help, but mainly you being aligned in yourself, right? Will you won't be acceptable to someone coming at you and try to put stuff in. You'll know your body. You know when somebody's attacking you. You know, um, you'll know to stop and handle that. And like I said about teaching your children about that, in order for them not to be erratic, because if kids go to school, not only do they get a cold or a sickness from the other students, they also get, stuff can hop all on them if they're not protected, for any entity. uh, I told y'all a long time ago, I see these young girls, they family was doing magic. They was doing magic on little boys for them to like them and fucking these little boys up. Because after they get sick of the little boy, you put a love spell on them. Then they don't know how to break it because they wasn't taught that. And then the little boy get erratic, and then the family wondering what the hell wrong with him, and then that's a problem. So they put him on medication. He got to go to the mental hospital. You know what I'm saying? So this is some of what I'm seeing. Okay, somebody went mad. Somebody was trying to drive somebody mad. Yeah. Okay, so somebody's watching. Either this person who did it or the person who want to do it. Could be any one of these. Could be a Leo child, could be a Pisces child, could be an Aquarius child. Aquarius is reverse, Capricorn, whoever. Then we got the Emperor, Aries. Okay. Okay, then we got somebody's worried about their investment. They made money investment in this. Um, may not have worked because the purple person was aware of what was going on. Or maybe the parent, you caught it ahead of time. Your child came and told you, Mama, I feel weak. Mom, Dad, I feel this type of way. I had some dreams, whatever the deal is. I couldn't get out of the dream, whatever the deal is. Because they used to fuck with me when I was little, boy. Be on my back, pulling my head back. They used to mess with me a lot. And you decided to react, you know, and take care of what you need to take care of. Somebody's mad about that. Yeah, making them stronger. Took care of what you need to take care of. It's fucked up. People be doing some fucked up shit. It don't have to be like that. It's because you're out of order. The family unit was out of order. But what are you going to do for your family unit? Are you going to continue the curses that your family did? Or are you going to break them curses and make a whole nother family unit? You know, it's your choice. You the god, you the goddess. Make, making prince and princesses, then king and queen, because you done rose up to the empress. Then the god, because you learning along with them, right? But if you staying at the same prince or princess and you got kids and you not moving up to your next king and queen level on up, and you stay in that level, as time going by, and what can you teach your child but that level? Not to your full potential. So you won't be paying attention to a lot of stuff. Because once you knowledge and you keep learning, it rises your vibration to another level. See, there we go with the collecting blood, human flesh. See, now we got somebody, they trying to turn somebody. Then there could be also have to go to the hospital. They taking the blood. They, trying to figure out what's wrong with your child. And somebody done threw something on them. But I see you took care of it. Took care of this. They got stronger. father figure being Capricorn energy, a King of Wands, an Emperor. So maybe the males figured it out. You got you came in, water sign, Scorpio, um, Cancer, Page of Swords. Now you really paying attention. Got spine also. If this person didn't do it, you paying attention to what's going on now with your child. This is a young person too, you know. Um, Teaching them to look over their shoulder, paying attention to people, what they might try, what they saying behind their back, you know. Yeah, teaching them from home. It starts from home. You should be able to teach your child to read, write, math, arithmetic, everything, regardless whether they go to school or not. You know what I'm saying? Access granted. So the creator agree with this. Taking care of business. Also, somebody might be purchasing a mansion or home. It's also my mall card. Keeping your home free of bullshit. You know, keeping the divine, the creators, ancestors, guides, an altar. It's an altar to me, 1111. Keeping your altars. Ancestors could watch over your house. Don't let shit come in there. Putting plants around that's protective. So always get out of this maze. The bullshit that people try to put you in, you'll always get out. Okay. And teaching your child to do the same. Whether you're around them or not, they know how to protect themselves. Necklaces. I notice fire signs. I don't know, because their body gets so hot. Maybe they need cleaning out a lot more than others. Necklaces sometime will break. Maybe try a ring. Maybe put it in their pocket. Crystals and stuff like that. Bracelets breaks too. But I think people be doing that too so they can make them do what they want them to do. Make sure they keep their spiritual balance. Now, the Asian people, they bathe in the crystals. You know what I'm saying? Indians, they wear it on them, put them on their head, you know, like put it somewhere that's not going to leave, for protection. Just pay attention to different cultures, how they do stuff. But paying attention to your family, your bloodline. If not even your other one, you got to know what your sibling is doing, shit. And your family, if they not right, okay? Cancer energy, well, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, mother energy. We got the mom and the dad out here. That's it right there. You and your partner taking care of business. Y'all want this happy home. Y'all want nobody interrupting y'all shit or them bringing anything, like I say, back from wherever they at, or yourself. You know, you around people that's negative. They gonna try to shoot that shit if you don't have protection on you. Try to shoot that so you can bring it home, so you can be erratic with your family. You don't know what's going on, but somebody know the deal, so they ain't bringing all that shit back home. Yeah, they ain't finna bring all that bullshit that's out in the streets back home. Yeah, getting the way out. It says sneaking upon you. Yeah, trying to do that quietly, meeting or stop you, right? So somebody caught that, peeped that. You know, they don't like us having families and all of that. We already got from the, you know, my star card, Aquarius card is also aliens, foreigners. You know, we know them beings. Let's not pretend we don't have beings here that don't like us, that don't like families, don't like a man and woman together. So I'm saying, if you're going to get with somebody, shit, it's got to be, y'all got to be aware of each other. Because if that person going down, getting low, you need to find out, wait a minute, did somebody give them something? Was they protected? You supposed to have your protection on? What did you lack? You know, fighting for your relationship. Because sometimes, you know, things do take over. And are you going to fight for that relationship and help that person out? As much as you possibly can. But if they want to wallow in that shit and the bond is broken, and you did everything you possibly can, some extra help, you know, their ancestors become your ancestors once y'all together, right? Calling on their side, your side, doing whatever you can to keep that bond together. And I think you'll win out of that. See somebody coming in trying to fuck with y'all love life. They trying to stop somebody trying to fuck with it. Mm-hmm. Trying to make your home fucked up. And how many times that have happened? Somebody could be tempting them at work. Last video, somebody was tempting them to go to bed with them, stuff like that. King of Wands again. Fire energy, taking action. Financial gain. Visionary, confident, determined, inspired, leader. So somebody might not let nobody play with them like that. I see Gemini energy. Being deceptive. Somebody being deceptive. I don't know if they're appearing like they know what they're doing. Say you're at work and fine, sexy, whoever. But shit, you got something that's substantial at home that you can count on through the good and the bad. You know what I'm saying? Fuck those. You know what I'm saying? Forget how that person might, yeah, yeah, you're a nice looking person, blah, blah, blah. But what I got at home is solid, grounded. You know what I'm saying? So why would I want to fuck that up? So let's see if somebody's tripping. Chariot reverse. Yeah, unmovable. It's look, the King of Cups, the Queen of Cups, Chariot reverse. I ain't going nowhere. You can't tempt me. I don't give a damn how fine you look. Remember on Baby Boy when the girl saying, come get this. You know you want this pussy. You know you want this. He didn't go to bed with her, but he did go to her apartment. He realized they loved the girl. Their relationship was so damn toxic. He had father issues, mother issues. He had a lot of issues. You don't want nobody like, you ain't got time for that shit. I mean, they got together later. Hopefully it end up, just saying if it was real, end up okay. But that was a lot of drama to go through. She was full of drama. He was full of drama. Do you want to start your relationship off like that? You know what I'm saying? Or you want to know right off the top? Evil is going to fuck with us, with me personally, and with you. Nobody's exempt. So what are we going to do about it? Yeah. Somebody's trying to get you to do some shit. Sneak and do some shit. They say no. You smarter than that. Mm-hmm. Somebody really not realizing the value, not only of their self, but of their relationship, their family. Family values. You know what I'm saying? Staying grounded. Temptation will come. That's guaranteed. Say, I ain't no fool. Don't be no fool. Somebody say, shit, I know what I got. Fuck that. I hear you. That's the way it should be. Shit. Intuition. Sex is good. That's my baby. We growing together. Both of us intuitive. Shit. Somebody was trying to bring that towel. It's like shit. As I feel that's like, yeah, you bring that shit over here, you gonna get fucked up. You know what I'm saying? We can't bring it to you. That's what I feel. And I mean, y'all on 1,000 intuition. We already know that was discussed. That was gonna happen. You're already at home, baby. Somebody just at work, blah blah blah, came apply for our company, blah blah blah, and they trying to hit on me, blah blah blah. So he needs to hit his ass right on out the damn door, or she. Now we don't need you come because you've been watching us all the time. Could have been that King of Wands. I don't know. You've been watching us all the time, so you don't like how we happy and we do things together, and we got this family unit. And then you got those that'll come to your kids and try to fuck them up, handlers. You know what I'm saying? To get inside of your family. Could be lying, saying they family's good, they mom and dad been married, blah blah blah. You know, you gotta watch people. You gotta go and check that shit out. Let's have a family dinner then. Let me meet your people. You know, you got some that pay somebody to be their parents. They go all the way. People go all out when they want to do some bullshit. 7 of Wands, yeah, take that magic back to you. Your ass. Send it, return the sender. hmm Yeah, this is a crime scene. They was trying to, damn. It's a low down, dirty shame. It's a crime. Need energy, burnt out, exhausted, overwhelmed, no recovery, self-relief, relief. Two of Wands, reverse. They want you to see what they were doing. Whirling upon somebody. This is jealousy. Whirling upon y'all hands. Who y'all think y'all are having a family unit, really care about each other? Somebody burnt out trying to fuck y'all up and separate y'all. They want to cause some major issues. Area 51, that could have been a handler sending different kind of shit to your house, trying to start all kind of uproars. Like I say, if you know yourself, your body, your husband, no wife, whatever, your children, anything different, bring it to your home, you know there's something you under attack. They was hoping you didn't see that, but y'all peeped that shit. Yeah, and got right on that shit. Got right on it. That's crazy. Yeah. We ain't finna wallow in this shit. We finna take care of this shit. Cause ain't nobody finna sit up here, woe is me. Fuck that. Our third eye is open. We see you, boo. So that's the fam. That's when you start changing things. But that's when you're gonna be attacked a lot. Could be from another Scorpio. It gets right on the 7 of Wands. So y'all ended that shit. They want to keep it going. It says loss. Wanted you to be lost. You ain't lost. Shit. Wanted you to lose. Could be, they could have sent something like, could be a death spell, true enough. But it also could have been some demons. It could have been some shadows. It could have been something to scare you in your dreams. We got Pisces over here. Hangman. You know what I'm saying? Some type of something. This could be a threat too, because the person, you don't want them. You know, I'm happily married. You know what I'm saying? Something they tried. Something they tried. Be sure you be careful your kids watching the bullshit before they go to bed too. That way you'll know what their dreams is about. If they didn't watch anything like that, then you know when they wake up, Mama, I couldn't get out my dream, or Daddy, I couldn't get out my dream, or blah blah blah. They was under attack. Somebody was fucking with y'all. They wanted to cause sorrow in your life. That's a damn shame. If they'll go through your kids to fuck with you. Even the extraterrestrial or whatever entity. Y'all got family. Humans. You know, some people may not. They don't give a fuck about their mom, brothers, sisters, nieces, nephews, because it's going to return to sender, you know. And however the creators do that, may not kill nobody, might end up something else. Same thing you want. If you want to kill that person, they might not. And that's another thing I say too. Now, putting everybody in jail, that's fine, like I said before. But are you going to rehabilitate them? Are you just going to let them out or use them to come back into the world and fuck people up? Just like the mental hospital. What are you doing? Full of medication. Are you really getting deep down of the issue of the problem to go back into society? But we know that they like them to stay the same so they can use them and fuck with you and bring them back in society. So as a family unit, keeping your person, sibling, child, whatever, out of the system. I remember I met a guy one time. He said he had developed schizophrenia, and he wasn't sure where it came from. His family dropped him off on their family land in the country and told him to fend for himself. He said, I had to fight them demons myself. He said, I fought them demons. So somebody had either a bloodline thing or somebody put something on him. And the family knew it. And they put him out there to defend for himself. And he said, they let me stay out there. I forgot how long he said. But he was good and functioning properly after that. So are we going to take care of that for our family members? Or are we going to let the ones that don't love us, that's not our family, keep, you know what I'm saying, going to them, which they do not give a fuck about us or our family. They make money, big, big money off of them and count on them to stay on that drug and everything that fucks them up and make them hallucinate and all that kind of shit the rest of their life if they can. In and out of jail, doing some fucked up shit. They take up for them, let them out because they want them out to fuck up some shit, especially in your life if y'all star seeds or whatever the deal may be, son children, you know what I'm saying? They want them to fuck them up. So what are you going to do? Are you going to help them spiritual baths, crystals, go deep? Because y'all can go deep. If you're going to Scorpio energy of going find that, helping them out. Because it's a prayer. You can stand for a person in prayer. Say they don't pray or whatever, whatever. You can say the prayer for the person. Okay? Um, so it's the family going to get together as a unit and go deep and find whatever somebody planted in them. You know, it don't have to be an object. It could be a demon. It could be a whatever. Or you're gonna talk to Orishas. You know what I'm saying? Whoever you need to talk to. What is in my child? Whatever, whatever. You know, to make them act this way. And I mean, that's a family unit. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Just, I don't know. That's how I feel about the shit. Digging deep. Who fucking with my family? Exposed. Pisces energy, Cancer energy, Scorpio energy, because they're both reversed. Nine of Wands, okay. You know what I'm saying? Lovers reverse again. Temperance. Nine of Cups, false dreams, wishes, superficial, face reality, hard path. Now this could be a bloodline on daddy or mama's side. Like I say, we married karmics. We didn't check out the bloodline. We didn't know who was witches, warlocks, whatever the hell. So you got with somebody, your child had that in them. They try to root that to make them fuck up just like the family bloodline, be greedy, all that kind of stuff. So your child end up, you know what I'm saying, being in that type of way also. So you got a choice. Digging deep into it. They went down the wrong road. They blinding them of your love for them, right? And make them feel like they didn't love you, taking the love away, trying to treat you any kind of way, trying to go out in these streets and do any kind of thing or whatever the deal is. Don't even have to go that far. Could. hard path, making a path hard temper, making them erratic, going on a darker road. You know, it says warning. Um, uh, Having them think the we is what having them think could be on drugs, could be drinking a lot, you know, with them thoughts. Um, because the high Sagittarius is what higher your mind up to God, stopping the flow of the true who they are and who the creator and all is, and you know what I'm saying, making them scared or this the way to go or whatever the deal is. So we find out who's doing that, you know what I'm saying, and what you should or should not do, even making that shit jump on you, keeping yourself protected. Because remember, if y'all the ones that standing strong for the family, they gonna try to break that unit, right? So um or by yourself, they're gonna try to break that because they don't want you to have that. They want everybody corrupt, and the creator do not want everybody being corrupt. You know what I'm saying? Nine of Pentacles, keep your peace. He wants you peaceful and celebrating. Yeah, that's what the creators want for us. Abundant, everything you need, flowing. But you got these. Hey, April. Hey, I'm good. But you got these entities and humans that took the pill, whatever color, and wrote on the dotted line in blood. Yeah, it's rain. Well, it ain't raining no more over here, but it is cold. Yeah, I was glad to wear my comfortable coats I bought. I like men jackets. I'm hoping some men jackets. They'll seem more comfortable than ours. Except for my leather. Gotta buy me some more leather. Um, okay, let me go with some witches. Three of Cups, Three of Cups. Okay, happy. Celebrating to reverse. Switching up on you. You can tell the old switcheroo when your family forced. Okay, so they forcing your family to come against you. By them not being protected. Maybe they don't listen to what they don't believe. Oh, my, ain't no such thing as witchcraft. Oh, my, anybody after me. Oh, my, everybody not like that. People not like that. Yes, they are. The people that's not protecting themselves, anything can jump in and out of them at any point. If they, having handlers come in their life, all kind of shit. And they bringing that shit and they getting deep up into it. Then they whispering in their ear. And remember I was telling you about the lady that once upon a time, the video I made, and she was running everybody. She had everybody under her control. She had a whole school for teens and was telling them your parents don't love you and all that kind of shit. And having those kids when they're grown, they was dedicated to her. This is somebody too like that. 10 of Wands. Way down with problems. Yeah, this is what they want y'all to do. Everybody be fucked up so they can get the energy. Whoever they serving, believe me, they serving somebody. If you got somebody that's making you come against your family, they might be getting paid, but the person that's paying them, there's somebody over them. And if they not the ones that's going and please that entity, it's the ones above them. Somebody pleasing somebody. Okay? To get that energy for it to stay and fuck up everybody's life like it's been doing. Stay under slavery. Abusing magic. So we got these witches. They're assigned or making your family members do it. Whatever the deal is. Okay. Tempting them. Money. Studying you. Send a spy. Or see what you're going to say. 8 of Pentacles. Since you ain't got no job or something wrong or something. on our position. You know, people could be disappointed because their life ain't certain type of way. And if you get bitter about it and don't study, trying to go with the times until you get where you want to be. And, you know, some people don't want to work that hard. Some people don't know that you're supposed to, you know, if you didn't plan well, okay. You finished, did great, finished college, whatever the deal is, high school, whatever. Things didn't open up like you thought they would do, okay? Now it's time for you to use your intuition to really think, okay, so how can I make it where it end up for me? Because a lot of jobs, careers are being gone. I did a video on that for the next 20 years, I think it was. How extinct. They got nurses online complaining about their money, having problems. You got all type of professions that man made up that they can do that at any point they want to. Remember, they already said a long time ago that they don't want the nurses anymore. They just want the doctors and the ones that run the office. They really want the doctor to do every fucking thing. Keep money. But how are they going to do a patient, give the right diagnosis, and be the nurse and then the office person too, you know? But that's the system we live in. A lot of jobs are going to be extinct. They already got the truck drivers. They got the mechanical thing on there, so truck drivers going to be losing their job. We already, the cabs, they already got, yeah, cars that drive themselves. So that's eliminating people. China just did a whole man play. China is just making shit, making shit, making shit. They like they eat. You know? They got a whole everything. China, new technology. Not only China, Japan as well. Right? Let's see. Do it through here. China's newest technology. How do we compete with that? Okay. Because we've been doing this ABC damn type shit over here, right?
From a science fiction movie.
And then we had
right now,
bring all of that shit made in China, made in
quietly
China.
been building the future, not with promises, but with real products. Commercial flying cars, robots running marathons, AI chips 30% cheaper than Nvidia's, and quantum computers powering the world's first secure international communication
Hey,
link.
Nancy.
While many Western countries are still debating ethical guidelines or perfecting AI models in labs, China has millions riding in driverless taxis, running homegrown software on operating systems independent of Android, and testing non-invasive brain-computer interfaces. The question is no longer, can they do it? It's, is the rest of the world ready to live in this new reality? Not with pledges, but with data, devices, and business models already in operation, from robotics, AI, and quantum computing to clean energy, and signs that the geopolitical tech map may be redrawn not through summits, but through...
Y'all get the idea? Shit. You know, according to what country you from, Germany and China and Japan and all that is on it. What are we learning here? How to fuck over each other and send black magic back and forth and try to stop the next person from getting up. That's why I think the shutdown was in America. Our priorities fucked up. Just like 2020. Shut down then. Try to tell you supposed to been thinking then how to get shit together. But you turn around, do the same shit. Still jealous of each other. Still playing each other. You know, it's about fucking and money and, you know what I'm saying, looks and bullshit that don't mean shit. And these people, baby, please. So, we be a slave again. Okay. Do you have y'all making robots in your home? Showing y'all kids how to do that shit? That's would be your focus right now. Or do you have a lab in your house so you can determine the bacteria and how to, whatever. That require chemists, biologists, alchemists. You know what I'm saying? But we want to focus on. I don't like her because she's smarter than me. Not taking into consideration you smart too. That's just not your expertise. He look good. He should be with me. She look good. She should be with me. Or bullshit. That's what we on. That's why I think the shit down. That's why I think everything fucking up. Cause we fucked up. You worried about some unnecessary ass bullshit. And these people is well advanced. They come over here, which they say they own us, take over. What the fuck we gonna do? You know, the government. How many robot police? How many robot soldiers do America have? Unless they made it in other countries. I don't know about being here. Maybe they do. I don't know. Maybe they got something I don't know about. But if they come against us with that robot shit, how we gonna defend ourselves? Do you know how to kill a robot? Now I went back. I did videos about that, and I was saying about what's the name of that movie? It's one of the what is that? Not iRobot, not the Terminator, which that's well advanced too. The other robot, I forgot his name. Y'all probably know what I'm talking about. But one of the movies, it had the part where the little boy was running everybody. He was a big time dope dealer, but he was sticking the dope in the neck and making people get high like that. But it was a little girl, or it might have been the third one. I don't know. She know how. Her dad was a engineer, whatever the how you do the robot thing, and she know how to dismantle the robot and turn the robot nice and turn the robot to help them. How many of us know how to do that? But you started want to throw this shit at each other. So you might as well say you might as well just shut the America the fuck down like they doing, cause we don't know what the fuck we doing. They got us stuck up in this bullshit, and we got caught up in this. Got a little power, know how to mix some shit together, fuck up somebody's life, so you can sit back and laugh at them or take what they got, which don't mean nothing. But compared to what these people finna come and do, or what they already here doing some shit. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm talking about this a long ass time. A long time. I already seen what was gonna happen. My girlfriends will tell you that. My ex-girlfriends will tell you that. It was an accident. It was supposed to be you. See? Bullshit. Want to just intentionally hurt each other for bullshit and don't know that everybody, we can do some shit. If everybody got together and got their mind right and realized you're intuitive, you know what I'm saying? The things, the downloads and well advanced, our ancestors that did all that way back, Anunnaki and Draconic, all of that type of mindset that we have inside of us, man, this will be a powerful ass nation. It will be powerful as fuck if you stop getting distracted over bullshit. You know, my daughter, your daughter finding my daughter, I'm gonna take your daughter out. Your son finding my son. I like, look at this bullshit. I like both sexes. Bullshit. Why would you, I mean, you could do what you do, but what are you doing? Besides that, Odamar, Supreme Deity, call on Odamar. They ain't here to help. That's our ancestors. I can show y'all some shit. I can show y'all how water, shit, they might take you where our family at. So y'all, they well advanced in technology all down there or in the earth. Assist humanity and to teach them to be successful on earth, rooted in a native region of the Yoruba people. Exist in a spiritual world, then become Eronoid spirits or divine beings incarnated as human on earth, creators of the universe and all living things, worshipped through Orishas, no bear, no beginning, no ending, source of all power and life, calling on them to do some fuck shit against another person, some magic or something like that sense. And they can help you how to beat this thing here. Going to the dream state, warring, hunting, how to fight back, messing with your memory. Dementia, Alzheimer's factory run by the government scientists to give people the disease. They can show you how to counteract that just by Mother Nature's plants. Just by, I mean, I don't get it. I just look at everything and I be just like, I don't get it. You don't see what's going on, but you study want to come against somebody that's just as human as you, is just as poor as you. Maybe you make more than that person. I don't know. Maybe they make more than you. What does it matter? These people trying to kill our funk ass and put us back in slavery, but y'all. Everybody has an expertise. Lying and saying he or she crazy so they can trap them. They the one crazy. Same bullshit. So this is so program over here. It's not funny. No trace, a clue. There's something or someone, cameras, something that they know. Cause somebody on camera or whatever, watching people with cameras, smart ass. Yeah, trying to be. But watching each other, people, man, they program shit out of us over here. For real, for real. Now everybody in advance, they ready to take over, they ready to control, they ready to get rid of us, cause it's like, y'all stupid. For real. They look like y'all is stupid. Y'all but fell for the okie though. No family unit, they took it off from us. Y'all let them take it off from you. Fear. Nobody's standing up, you know. My people standing up now when the shit hit the fan. And now they can throw you in jail and kill your ass. It's legal for them to do it right in the streets. You waited too late. Or is it too late? Can you start again? Can you get it right this time? Minding your own business. Teaching your kids some shit. Y'all finding out some shit together. I think they might have closed the libraries by the government being shut down. I'm not sure if they did that yet or not. I haven't been there in a while. Then they attacked the damn library the other day. Somebody came in there and did some bullshit. That's to scare you. But they got books you can buy and all that kind of shit. All kind of ways. People, man, you'd be surprised what people know. I don't know who that is. Let me see. I done met some people who know some shit. The ones you shun to the side, they be knowing some shit. They want you to be afraid of. They want you to be afraid of them because they don't want no unity. Shit. They don't want you knowing that person knows some shit because they know some shit. That's why they put them out there and made their life hard. Because they know some shit and told you that don't trust that person, or they dirty, they nasty, blah, 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 blah. They crazy, erratic, whatever. And you believe that shit and you sit up there scared, oh, that person is this and that person. Crazy shit. And you listen to everything somebody say. Besides going to talk to the person yourself. Our God is worshipped by the Igbo people of Nigeria. She was responsible for yams. Okay. Okay, just breaking it down. Okay. Connection to the earth, fertility, and the sustenance of life. Yeah, these are rishis and deities. They got other things besides you telling them to get fame and fortune and come against somebody and for magic and all that shit. They know a lot of shit. They been here, done that. You know what I'm saying? That's how they got the positions they got. They can help you out. I bet they be like scratching their head. Here come this fool again asking me to come against this person. And witchcraft or magic or something. I'm gonna have to do something to this. I am so tired of they little ass of some petty ass shit and all this other shit going on in the world, and they ass worried about some bullshit. I know they be talking about. I know they do. I don't ask them for shit like that. I thank them for being my ancestor. I don't do no shit like that. Come against nobody. Protection for fools that keep coming at you for no fucking reason, but they think they got a reason to, and they house is fucked up. And if yours is halfway decent, you trying your best to stay on the straight and narrow, they want to come and fuck the shit up because they don't know how to get themselves together and ground themselves and figure out, what they need to do, what's going on, what's missing, what's happening. So they want to come against other people, just like the entities want to make sure that you do, because you program. WINTI, goddess, BEIRA, priestess, queen of winter. Also, CAILLEACHBEHEUR, a personification or deity of winter, and GAELIC, mythology, Greek god, winter god, powerful. So if it's get too cold, you know what I'm saying? Could you protect us? Make sure we good. Got the storm ones. Make sure the storm don't come over. Somebody was doing that in the reading. Protect their house, cloak their house. You know what I'm saying? I used to do it. Put my hand out when I believe in Jesus. And now, don't come over here rebuking the name Creator, rebuke your name Jesus. When I did do that, it's you. Don't come over here. Sometime I could stop it from a city. Sometime I could stop it from my neighborhoods. A lot of times it's just me and my family. Certain things you had the power to do, but they don't want you to know that shit. They want to say, "Oh, that's the devil." Really? But you can call on them for some magic, some bullshit, and some black. You know what I'm saying? You can call on them to do to fuck up somebody through your mind. You ain't probably have to mix no shit together, but just your mind and to evil eye and jealous of a baby. I don't know. I don't know, child. Whatever. Movie set. Movies be telling you all kind of shit. And y'all pay attention. They have to tell you what's going on. You got to read between. You got to use your own intuition. Read between the lines and do more research. Not steal from somebody else. Because they did their research. What about your household? Their household might not even fit in your household. You might not even fit in their body. Their body might neglect, spit your ass out. It's like a negative, unpositive, blood type. I brought you in this world with love, but come for me and I'll take you out of this motherfucker. Okay? I'm just saying. You can't get them to see right, and they steady coming at you. That's family. Whatever. Issue. Trickery, crossroad, misfortune, chaos, death, travelers, messengers. You need them to trick somebody. You need them to throw them off your path. What you need? You gotta listen to me, but I'm just trying to say shit. That's to me, without the violence of a mafia mom is going around and taking people's shit, you know, making people hard earned money, making them pay some of their money, they hard earned money for. I ain't talking about that type of mafia money. That's why I said non-mafia. Your family, y'all open businesses doing protecting each other, forensic files, beautiful dreams, ragdoll. Do your own investigating. Don't let them go to the universities. Gotta be careful what university you letting your child, which one they pick. Do you know anything about them? What happened to some of the students? What's going on in that area? Who's coming up missing? Programming. What they were just hanging up people the other day. Just because it's a black college or a white college, it don't matter. Because we got bootleg, we got blacks coming against blacks, we got whites coming against whites, Mexicans, whatever. They clone and get in secret societies and can't get out, bringing demons home, programming them to kill for fame. Kids come back worse than they did when they came in, or thinking they better than you. You little to them. They teach them that also. You know, you ain't went to no college. You can't tell me nothing. Hiding their temper. Tarot card Sage. When you seek destruction, you usually find it. Hello. Our one daughter wants or setting up you to think the other sister is a murderer or crazy. So you gotta determine that. Been watching your kids. Who is what is who. But they had us distracted by these jobs and handlers they send in your life and this bullshit. Sometimes we didn't get to see that. A group business serial killer, Sandman, meet up to celebrate their killings and crimes. Some celebrities are involved in murder or to destroy you, paying people, want people sleep and join Hollywood to control them. Y'all already know about all that. And people study, want to get their kids into sports in the Hollywood, and they done already told y'all that the shit is fake. They gonna kill your ass, they gonna set you up, they gonna fuck you up, and people still want their dream. And would get up there, and some of them, if they survive, and do anything these people say. I don't get it. You set your child up, you don't give a damn, they fuck you, don't care. As long as I can get a big house and show up in front of my neighbors, or move out that neighborhood into a neighborhood I know nothing about, trying to be like somebody else, the Joneses. I don't know. Fix yourself. Mother involved in child's murder. Yeah, set your child up. Don't even care. For some money. For a position. For a nigga. I don't know. I don't know. I am lost. It says Russians. Told you they been here. They very advanced too. Shit. Might show you what they want to show you on the internet, but shit. Everybody advanced. Talking about America. How not advanced we are. Coming at each other with bullshit. Looking at you through a mirror. See, they love the mirror, man. All this bullshit. Your sister, why can't you see what somebody coming at you at, an enemy, a real enemy, or what they seeing what them people doing over there? You know what I'm saying? Your sister Pisces, I don't know. Thorns and thistles, yeah. Give me a problem. Getting them out of Jaws cages. You can trap somebody. Okay, why can't you trap the enemy? Your sister Scorpio. Why can't you, they go library, learn how to, if something gonna come over here, or the entities or whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying, coming against my family or whatever, you know, not some innocent people that you just want to fuck with, you know, that's just as innocent as you, and you got the jealousy streak on you, whatever, I don't know. People do what they do. I don't know, but it's here. It ain't coming, it's here. It says Hill Island Vacation from here. Okay. It's here. This is here. It's gonna be even crazier. You already know that. Everybody been saying that. But I guess thought it was gonna pass it by. And waiting on somebody else to get you out of, and you know, I can do some bullshit, and then I could be forgiven, and I can go back and do the bullshit. I ain't really gotta change. I can pretend like I changed. Okay, all this shit finna be tested right now. Seventh chakra, crown chakra, spiritual awareness. When my mind strays negatively, I remind myself of love, truth, guidance, and spirit. I am the observer of my thoughts, and I do not let them bring me down. I remind myself to have gratitude and acceptance or for what is, and to have courage in my convictions. I continually pursue a clearer understanding of spiritual truths behind all that is and all that is unfolding. I ask myself, is what I am thinking the truth? And is it having a positive or negative impact on my life? Ancestors, guides, Orishas, are they planning on bringing the soldiers to my neighborhood? What are they planning on bringing to my neighborhood that's going to fuck with me and my family? Who's next? Who's moving around me? Have they already started? What's underground under me? You know what I'm saying? Some shit like that. Oh well. All right, y'all. I hope y'all got it. The gist of what I'm talking about. But that's the shit I'm on. Fuck the dumb shit. And gotta protect myself against some bullshit. And my family, some jealous, petty ass bullshit That's unnecessary. And these people are seriously finna fuck us up. All right. Love y'all. Like, subscribe, share, and comment. Talk to you later, April. April, I'll probably go on members only maybe later on today. All right. Love y'all. Bye.